Welcome to video lecture series on signals and systems. In the previous lectures, we started with a discussion on classification of signals, and in that we saw a continuous time signal and discrete time signal, and later we started with the deterministic and random signal, and then even and odd signals, and we also solved some of the problems related to even and odd signals, and we also saw a type or a kind of a problems you may see on even and odd signals. Okay, so in this lecture it's about the next class of signals, that is periodic and aperiodic signals. Okay, so when a signal will be said to be it's a periodic and what will be its period, that kind of information will be there in this lecture. Okay, so taking continuous time signal as an example, for a continuous time signal x of t, and it is said to be periodic if it satisfies, okay, if x of t signal is said to be periodic if it satisfies the condition x of t plus t equal to x of t. Okay, please understand this one, for all the values of t. Okay, so what exactly this term is all about? It's a capital T, that is the given signal if it is being shifted by the unit capital T unit, even after that also you may receive the same kind of signals, that is a repetitive signal after certain time shift, then it is called a periodic signal. Okay, so let me tell you once again. Suppose consider this graphical representation. Consider it is a one type of signal, यहाँ पे x of t है. So at this point you may find this x of t point, and after shifting of this signal for a certain value at some like 0 पे ये आया है, right, and at t unit again the same signal will be replicated, at minus t also it is there. So this scenario will be there for all the values of t, that is from minus infinity to infinity. You may see the same x of t even after shifting the t units, then it is called a periodic signal. Okay, for all the values of t, it should be satisfying for all the values of t. Okay, otherwise it is not a periodic, or you can say a periodic signal. Okay, and what is this t here? A t is called as the fundamental period. Okay, t is called as that is capital T is called as the fundamental period. Okay, and what is the definition for aperiodic signal? If any signal, that is x of t signal, is aperiodic if this condition 1 is not satisfied for any values of t, okay, then it is a aperiodic signal. Okay, so one thing we need to understand here as a note, in continuous time signal, all the sinusoidal signals are said to be periodic. Okay, but that is not case in the DT signal. We will see that part in the next continuation of this lecture. Okay, so what are the examples of the continuous time signal to be a periodic? Here is given here, a complex exponential signal and sinusoidal signals are periodic signal. Okay, in CT all these complex exponential term and sinusoidal signals are always periodic. Okay, then what will be the fundamental period for that? Like यहाँ पे जैसे example के हिसाब से आप बोल सकते हैं t is the fundamental period, but how do you calculate it? By given x of signal. Okay, consider a sinusoidal signal x of t as a sin omega naught t plus theta. Okay, this is the standard sinusoidal signal representation. Okay, what is where a is an amplitude, omega naught is the fundamental frequency in radians, okay, and theta is the phase of a signal. Okay, see this omega naught can be represented as 2 pi f naught, and wherein it will be fundamental frequency as f naught is the fundamental frequency in hertz. Okay, so in problems they will ask you to identify whether the given signal is periodic or not. If it is periodic, they will ask you to calculate what is its fundamental period and the frequency. Okay, so that's the calculation, we will see them of the problems, then you will understand it more easily. Okay, then to get the value of t, what will be the value of t for this thing, we have to go with the definition. So by the definition we have x of t is equal to x of t plus t. If this condition satisfies, then only it is periodic, right? So accordingly we will substitute the values of x of t whatever we have, a sin omega naught t here. So this will turn to be x of t plus capital T equal to a sin omega naught, जहाँ पे भी small t है उसको replace कर लो t plus t से. Okay, so this will be t plus theta, just expanding a sin omega naught t plus omega naught capital T plus theta. Okay, this is equation 2. So according to the definition of the periodicity, equation 1 and equation 2 has to be equal. So when these two things will be equal, when omega naught t, this term will be equal to 2 pi. So why it has to be 2 pi? Sin 2 pi theta is always sin theta only. Okay, sin 2 pi theta is equal to sin theta. It's a trigonometric part that basic is required to understand these terms. I hope you will go through these things. Okay, so omega naught t, capital T equal to 2 pi. So by this we can understand capital T is equal to 2 pi by omega naught, and t is the fundamental period. Okay, so this is the small derivation or calculations. While solving the problem, it will be used here. Okay, this is about the continuous time signal periodicity. And then similarly we can solve for dt signal also. Okay, similarly we can find the definition for the periodicity for the dt signal also. Dt signal x of n is said to be periodic if it satisfies this condition, that is x of n is equal to x of n plus capital N for all the values of n. Okay, assume this is the equation number 4, and a smallest value of capital N for which equation 4 holds is the fundamental period. Here n is the fundamental period. Okay, थोड़ा अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम होगा बाय द वे वी आर डिस्कसिंग नाउ. While solving it will be very easy for you. Okay, note in dt case, it's very important note, not all sinusoidal sequences are periodic. This is very important. Okay, this kind of information is very important for a competitive exams. So in continuous time signal, if sinusoidal signal is an example, then it is always periodic. Okay, so assume like that, whatever the periodicity, but it will be periodic. But in terms of discrete time signal, even though it is sinusoidal, it may not be a periodic. Okay, so what is the condition? We will see what is the condition for dt sinusoidal signal to be periodic. Okay, because this is not the case always like in continuous time signal. Okay, so consider a dt signal x of n is equal to a sin omega naught n plus theta. This is just a representation of sinusoidal signal in discrete time. Okay, then as we know the definition for the periodicity, it will be x of n plus capital N should be equal to x of n for all the values of n. Okay, now substitute this x of n whatever we have in these equations. What you will get? X of n plus n equal to, या small n के बदले n plus capital N को substitute करो. So इसके हिसाब से a sin omega naught n plus capital N plus theta. So accordingly it will be a sin omega naught n plus omega naught capital N plus theta. Okay, so again here the terms, that is equation number 5 and 6 are to be equal only if omega naught capital N should be equal to 2 pi m. Okay, when this satisfies, then only this signal will be equal, then it will be periodic. Okay, and वो जो m है, that is the smallest integer value. Okay, उसका value कैसा होना चाहिए? This is just solve this one. Capital N is equal to 2 pi small m by omega naught. Okay, so for m has to be an integer and smallest value of an integer for which capital N is integer, then it is called as fundamental period of a signal. Okay, so we will solve some problems, then it will be easy for you. Okay, so again यहाँ पे थोड़ा mention किया है मैंने, a dt sinusoidal signal is periodic if and only if its fundamental frequency omega naught, please understand this is also a very important point. Okay, fundamental frequency omega naught must be a rational multiple of 2 pi, rational multiple of 2 pi. Okay, so omega naught has to be always some pi value. Okay, it cannot be a simple integer number or rational number. If it is just a rational number and rational number, then it is always a periodic signal. Okay, it is not a periodic, it is a periodic signal. Okay, so dt sinusoidal signal ka fundamental frequency omega naught must be a rational multiple of 2 pi, then only it is periodic. Okay, we will see them in the note also, and we will see some of the problems related to that. Then a smallest value of positive integer capital N for some integer m is the fundamental period. Okay, so this is what the definition about CT and DT, periodic and aperiodic signals. We will see some of the notes, very important. Make sure that you understand them and keep it with you while solving the problems. Okay, so first note, if two periodic signals have been given, like consider it can be a CT signal for or DT signal, but I have considered the CT signal here, like x1 of t and x2 of t are the given signal, and both of them are already periodic with the periods t1 and t2 correspondingly. Okay, then this is important, their sum that is x1 of t plus x2 of t could be or may be periodic or may not be periodic. Okay, may not be periodic. Okay, that is, it could be periodic or aperiodic, depends on the t1 t2 relation. Okay, t1 t2 relation. Suppose what in other sense you have to understand here is, if the sum to be periodic, then their sum has to be periodic, then what is the condition? The ratio of their periods, that is t1 upon t2, must be a rational number. Okay, in other sense you can understand is, it should be a ratio of integers, then only it is periodic, otherwise it is aperiodic. That is, some of the periodic signal could be periodic or aperiodic, depends on their fundamental period. Okay, if the fundamental period ratio is rational number, then it is periodic, otherwise it is aperiodic. That's what the thing here we have discussed. Okay, the second note point is, it's already highlighted just before, if the fundamental frequency of DT signal is not a multiple of pi, fundamental frequency omega naught, okay, this is omega naught of DT signal is not a multiple of pi, then the signal is aperiodic always. Okay, in the third point, again it's about the periodicity of sum and sum of the two periodic signal. उसको कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं? In continuous time all the standard signals are periodic. Okay, this is the third point. And fourth thing, what will be the steps taken to solve the multiple frequency component? Okay, like in this case, if there are multiple frequency or multiple signals are given, if they ask you to calculate the fundamental period or periodicity of the given signal, then how to do that? Okay, so first step would be determine the individual period of the given signal. That's the first step. Okay, consider the scenario here. One signal is given saying x of t is given, that x of t is the sum of the two signal, that is x1 of t plus x2 of t. In this scenario, what we will be doing to determine whether it's periodic or not, first we will determine the individual period of the given signal, that is x1 of t का period क्या है देखते हैं, x2 of t का period क्या है देखते हैं. That is the first step. Second step, okay, find the ratio of the fundamental period of t1 and t2. ओके, दैट इज T1 टू T2 रेशियो क्या है देखते हैं, जो भी पीरियड हमने पहले स्टेप में ऑब्टेन किया है उसका रेशियो क्या है देखते हैं। थर्ड स्टेप में क्या मेंशन किया है, इफ द रेशियोस आर रैशनल देन द गिवन सिग्नल इज पीरियोडिक। ओके, अंडरस्टैंडिंग, if T1 by T2 is the rational number, that is something like 1 by 2 or 3 by 7 or 5 by 8, whatever it is, in that manner it is there, that is the ratio of integers, then it is the rational number. Okay, then it is a periodic. In the fourth step, what will be the composite signal period? Okay, that is overall fundamental period of the composite signal. Composite signal is nothing but the combined signal of one or two signals are combined together, that is the composite signal. Okay, so is determined by taking a LCM of the fundamental periods. Please understand this one. Okay, so LCM लेना पड़ेगा उन फंडामेंटल फ्रीक्वेंट पीरियड्स की, दैट इज T1 एंड T2 की LCM लेना पड़ेगा रेशियो की, दैट विल बी अ फंडामेंटल पीरियड। ओके, थोड़ा ये थेरेटिकल हो गया, सो while solving the problem you will definitely understand these points. Okay, but you need to understand what are the steps to be taken when the signal is composite, that is combination of one or two signals. Okay, then we will see one problem, few problems related to periodic and aperiodic. Okay, okay, so very okay, thank you.